Aries, welcome to Unfold Your Soul. Welcome to your reading for February 2021. This is for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising, and Aries lovers, maybe Aries Venus as well. This is a wonderful month for you. It's a month of friendship, of wish fulfillment, of setting new long-term goals and actually receiving a lot of inspiration for that. Also when it comes to your money situation, your home situation, the changes that were imposed upon you in your career and the actions that you undertake. If you have taken a proactive role, you will be rewarded for that here in February. There might still be some delays and some things that, you know, where the technology needs to line up and all of that, but all in all, Aries, a beautiful month for you. The 10th might be some kind of inner existential crisis, but a very like an existential crisis in miniature and compressed in that one day, because it's as if like, okay, you're gonna want to do one thing, take one action, because you think that that will bring you the necessary financial stability or stability within yourself, stability of a situation at home, something like that. But actually what needs to be communicated, what needs to happen is the long-term vision, and where you connect in that moment will be very important. So look within on the 10th of February, because there you receive the key for your new intention to bloom and blossom in the days to come. 11, 12, 13, 14, super vital for you. Your friends will be there for you. You will be loved and seen and celebrated for all the hard work that you have done. And that 10th of February, I feel, is like a moment where you're gonna feel that inner clash. Like, this is actually what I feel like doing by impulse to protect myself. And sometimes we need to protect ourselves. But then there is that little flame, that inspiration that says like, wait, just sit back for a moment and take this within and be like, okay, long term, what is possible here? What are my aspirations? And there's such a spiritual infusion and an infusion of hope and love in the community around you that will help you sort that out. And just, if you need advice at that time from someone, it might be interesting not to listen just to one person. Of course, you have all that within you, and trusting your inner guidance is what I really would advise on that day. 14th of February, 25th of February, both are beautiful, beautiful days that will be also an infusion of spirituality in your life, some kind of connection with your soul, and a depth of understanding that you have been waiting for your whole life. Like, you're gonna see it all, like you're gonna be able to zoom out and be like, oh, all right, that's what's going on, and this is what I need to do. These are the actions that I want to undertake, and these are the friends, this is the soul fam that I want to collaborate with. So all in all, yes, we start with a little shaking up of things, and so many things have been shaken up, and then look at this, like 10 of Pentacles, abundance, abundance now for you. The Fool, wonderful, freedom, joy, and then looking at the card, and I love this card so much. You know, you will be able to harvest in the last week of February, and in the 3rd week you're gonna feel your joy again. It's gonna be like a new journey you embark upon. You might be thinking of traveling as well then. All right, let's take this step by step. 1st week of the month, the Tower. So there is something that it might be a news you're getting from a friend, might be even a breakup, Aries. It can be anything, but there's just like, let's clarify like right away. Let's clarify the Tower here. What's this Tower moment about in the 1st week of February? It can also be a moment of genius where you just like put it all together and like a flash of inspiration comes for you. Okay, this is how I'm gonna go and roll. And then that existential crisis of the 10th of February might be seriously, drastically minimized. Let's say, okay, the Tower. Tower, what's this Tower moment about? I feel it's here. Okay, there is, okay, nice. So there is somebody around you in the 1st week of February that has a strong personality and a lot of strength. This is a very musical and poetic person. Somebody you trust, somebody you have looked up to. And there is some kind of information you're going to get from that person, and that is going to inspire you to make a drastic change. That's how I see it here. Also, there's a lot of ways to calm the nervous system by listening through music. Some of you might be wanting to type in sound healing on YouTube, something like that. I see that you can get a lot of genius insight from just listening to music and doing like conscious listening to music, just laying down with yourself and just like letting everything of the outside world be, and listen to the flame within you. That would be my advice to deal with that energy, which might be also something that just a personality clash, like a fight between you and another person, or between two very powerful energies within your personal circle, that is actually looks like, oh my god, things are going down, like I don't know what to do. But with that being said, like listening to the music of your soul, and just tuning in with yourself and knowing that there is a strength within you that is just indestructible. And there is a strong realization here in the first week that whatever has changed, and the changes that you are implementing still in your career, profession, in the world, if you are retired, what you are doing in your community, all of that, that there is enormous purpose to that. And yes, you will need the strength of a lion to move through, but you have that. You are the leader. Also, your leadership will be valued here in the first week. So if you are asked to prompt an opinion about something, speak up, but speak up from a place of soul, because we have the musicians here, and that's the heart, that's the truth of the story, and that's what matters after all, you know, that there is music in our lives. And I mean this literally, of course, music, but also that we can move like a melody through it, and that's really what's propelling you forward here as we move along. Nice. So there is a fresh start in money. I see some money coming your way second week, or you becoming aware of some money that is going to be sorted out. Also tapping into abundance consciousness, Aries, that is here for you. I see you being acquainted, or you having a lot of friends or people coming into your atmosphere who know how to deal with money. This might be a new person just sailing in, helping you out when it comes to that, or just an unexpected news and a new start in dealing with finances. Some of you might be getting a financial advisor. Some of you might be getting some important financial advice and be taking a fresh start with something that seemed to have a lot of promise, but then after all wasn't at all that. So there's an important decision that is taken here, and like it's time, the alarm bell is ringing, and you are taking that decision, and it will be the right decision for you, Aries. I do like that there is abundance here for you, and there is a fresh start that will also ask yourself if you need to take decisions about money, like situations with your company, if you're an entrepreneur. Ask yourself, tune in, what will give me joy? What will give me joy, and what will like fuel my aspiration in the longer term? This is not about immediate desires being fulfilled. This is about the longer term. It's about the collective and the healing of the collective. And tapping into the initial joy will bless you. And it will come through many things. It will be people reaching out to you, a helping hand, and also this positive news, this letter in the mail, literally, that you can receive some kind of like gold. Because look at this, we have, and this guy looking at his garden, you see that here, and this fisherman having fished up a lot of fish. So what I'm getting here is, yes, there are some peaks financially that will not be reached again, but there will be enough. And it's a time for you to contemplate that, if you would be in a scarcity mindset. If you As for the evolution of February, Aries, what's important to remember here is that abundance is here for you, and all the warrior energy that you pour into creating that for yourself, it's going to see its fruits, whatever the battle or the challenge with your community, your friends, what you have been taught, like the authorities, even the institutions, whatever battle there is going on in the beginning of the month, they're causing this tower moment and asking you to cultivate strength and to not forget about the music in your life, will eventually lead to a more stable situation at the end of the month, where you are able to rest and admire the fruits of your labor. And that's really beautiful here with the fisherman. Like, these are almost the same cards, right? That's so beautiful for you here. So let's see if I can get some advice for each and every week of the month. And also what I'm seeing is that you are going towards that. You had this ideal about what it should look like. Now actually a new aspiration is being born within you, a new hope, a new beginning when it comes to that ideal that you cherished. And this can go way back. It can go a few years back actually, when this journey all started for you. And the form is different now. There's a change, and this change, I mean, it wasn't inflicted by you. It's a circumstantial thing. However, you will be able to navigate these waters so graciously and come home with a boat full of fish. It might feel like a crucifixion still in the beginning of the month, because there is this redirection, and you want to, like, there's a lot of energy and desire for you in stabilizing the situation, and you want to feel abundant again, and that fertility. But there's some kind of, it's necessary, I'm getting here, to throw some thoughts overboard for good. They are not serving you, and it's an overload. It's an overthinking and an overemphasis on detail. And this is not an Aries thing usually, but for Aries who have stepped into the highest of Aries, the leadership and the visionary, and the people who get it done, you know, and who commit to a project from A to Z, this can be something that that happens, you know, just like you could get a bit too diplomatic, a bit too much, not being able to choose. And choice is definitely something that is important for you here, to regain the full, your freedom and your sense of discovery, your sense of waking up in the morning, every morning, where you're like, yes, let's do this day, and actually be happy for it. Gratitude is your best friend here. And with the moon here, I mean, there's so much acknowledgement here for you. There's so much admiration. There's so much beauty that is, people look at you with such awe, and not to inspire any egomania in you, not anything of the kind, but for you to actually just sit still with that and come into the appreciation. And when you see their appreciation, perhaps you can mirror it and find that self-worth within, because that's very much the quest here. And then the sun, I must say, this is a truly, truly optimistic card. Look, these two really good friends, right? So as we move along here in the third week, I mean, the sun is shining for you again. It's like your alarm bell rings in the morning, or perhaps it doesn't even have to ring, and you are waking up, and you're waking up full of energy, because this kind of trust is restored. And that's the most important message that I have for you. And it might seem that the journey is still very long, but at the end of the month, you're gonna have a moment, a true moment of contemplation. And this might be on the 25th of the month, which is gonna be a beautiful, beautiful time for you, where you're gonna see and understand from a macro vision, from a macro level, like not even from inside of this galaxy, you know, if you were another sun looking at this star system, and then zooming in on the earth and zooming in on your life, and you're gonna have this kind of understanding that there is a nobility in time, and that time is our toughest teacher. It's the only subject, and because yeah, it's the only subject. It's our mortality and our immortality within. And you, with the mountain here, are asked to connect to that higher space and to shift your perspective from too much 3D. And actually for a lot of people it's opposite right now, but for you it's like too much 3D. No, go in the higher realms, meditate, contemplate on what you have already accomplished, contemplate on gratitude. Also, a nice meditation for you here with what I'm seeing would be going on the mountain. If you could go in the mountain, great. If you can't go in the mountain, meditation on the sunrise, and not all of you have that available either, but you can recall the image in the center of your heart of a sunrise, because that's definitely what's here for you. A sunrise of the heart, a new beginning, a knowledge and a higher knowing that is going to be so much a part of your day as from now on, and such great vision, such great tuning in with the eagle's perspective, that you can see how this will all unfold, and that actually all obstacles are opportunities for you, and that the crisis that you come into the month with, and the crisis that you have been dealing with on this reformation and restructuring and healing of yourself and the expression of yourself, and also coming into the gratitude over the last 6 months of how this challenge and this obstacle has allowed you to step into that version of you that before, the healer of you that before was perhaps locked up. That's also something to meditate upon and find gratitude for. I'm going to see if there's anything up when it comes to love for Aries. And Aries, it was up at the end of the month. There was something that came to an end, or that was released or harvested, an illumination when it came to you, and yes, business endeavors, but also soulmate relationships, romance, that kind of joy. So something is new is being born there, and there's some kind of spiritual download, like this knowledge of I'm using the word spiritual a lot, this download of information that you got about your romantic life. So let's first go for Aries that are single. Are there any love messages here? Third week and the fourth week could be a nice moment to go on a journey with your beloved. It's also a great moment to go on a journey alone, Aries. So let's see what's happening here. So retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Again, that ties in with that 3D, 5D thing. Like, looking at the long term is going to be so beneficial for you, and is actually going to empower your decision-making process in the right way. Codependency, addictions are affecting your love life. So for those who are single, this is 2021 is for healthy relationships, and codependency has been addressed in 2020 when we had the karmic games and were forced into our houses and actually saw where we were giving our power away. Now the lessons from that will propel you further into a more healthy expression of you, and from there also more healthy expression of you in love. So that's really beautiful, and the sobering aspect of that we have all been dealing with in 2020 will gradually dissolve, and I see you coming into this month already a lot more heart-centered and ready to meet this person from a place of I don't need you, but it's nice if you're there. And then honeymoon. Okay, nice. So honeymoon, again, like this third week, fourth week, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. If there was ever a moment to retreat with someone you like, and this can just be a friend as well, because friends will be looking at you, friends will be wanting to be with you. So this can also revive the love within you, to go on a honeymoon with yourself also, like to have this ritual of going on a honeymoon with yourself. In general, this would be March before the birthday that we do these kind of things to actually bring that all in. But perhaps with all this nervous energy, this might be a good thing for you to step into that now. And then making the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So whatever feels good here, I would say retreat, like even maybe you're gonna go very quickly on a sort of, because for encounters, I mean, it's on, especially the beginning of the month. You could meet someone you could meet an artist, you could meet someone, a musician, somebody who embodies freedom for you, freedom that you feel kind of maybe a bit in the background. Here, for those who are coupled, I do feel that things are pretty good there. If you survived the full moon of the end of January, there's also huge clarity delivered there in what relationships to commit to and which ones have expired. So if you are still here, we have playfulness. Yes. So playfulness and also playing, being in the moment, right? Playing, creating, like the theater, remembering what you love to do as a child, all of that will be highly beneficial. I thank you so very much, Aries, for being here with me. Thank you for commenting, for choosing this reading. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed yet, I would be honored if you did. Yes, share with your friends all the things. Do check your other signs as well. And I have a year ahead reading for you available on this channel as well. Namaste.